Hi, my name is Pia Hugo, and my husband Albert and I have been part of Epicentre Church for about 5 years. You know, everyone knows we are living in tumultuous times, whether it's a worldwide pandemic or an earthquake, or how about a wildfire raging right in the next city. Never has there been a better time to be trained in disaster preparedness. As a church, we also need to be ready to provide assistance to whomever might need it, whether it's physical, emotional, or spiritual. You know, my husband, he's been a firefighter for both the Ventura and the LA counties for about actually more than 25 years. So we have put together a series of videos to help you situate yourselves so that you can be better prepared for that next catastrophe. Because let's face it, it's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. So thank you so much for taking the time to watch these videos. We hope you'll be blessed by them.
Hey, Albert.
Hey,
Good to
Dennis.
see you, man.
Good to see you.
It's been a while.
It's been a while.
Come on inside. Good to see you. So I really appreciate Albert coming over. You know, I've been trying to figure out with my family how to get a plan together. You know, in case there's a disaster or something. We have so many wildfires. So I just want to get like a plan together so that, you know, we could be safe. But, you know, I'm kind of clueless. Where do I start at?
I'm glad that you called me, Dennis, and I'm more than happy to help you. And like any kind of an emergency, whether it's a fire or an earthquake, let's start with your utilities: gas, electric, and water. Let's start with your gas.
Okay, that's good. Maybe you can even help me where to find it. I'm not even sure where to find it in this house. So
Okay, let's go
do
to
that.
the outside of your
Okay.
house. Okay, Dennis, this right here is your gas meter. Most gas meters are located exterior of the house, either in the rear of the house, sometimes in the front or the sides. Sometimes they're even underneath the house when the houses are older. The thing you want to look for is your feeder line. Your feeder line is this right here. As you can see, it goes from underground, it goes up, and you'll see a valve right here. This is in line. That means it's in line with the... So this is your gas meter. This is a prop. So the things that I want to also enforce with you guys is to remember when you're dealing with gas, you want to use the proper tool. There's different wrenches out there. This particular wrench is one that I recommend because it's made from a non-sparking material. So you don't want to hit metal with metal and potentially cause a spark when you're dealing with gas. Identifying your feeder line, this is the one that comes from underground and it goes up. This is your actual valve. As you can see, it runs in line with the plumbing here. To shut it off, these eyelets here would have to match, and it's going to actually bisect the plumbing. So when we want to shut this off, I'm going to place it in here with my tool, and I'm going to move it. Now it's shut off. It bisects that, and you see the eyelets are matching each other.
So Albert, if I'm having some type of a disaster or something and the pipe breaks and the water's coming out everywhere, how would I know where to shut off my water at my house? Can you show me?
Sure. There's potentially two ways you can shut your power off. Your house has this exterior here that would shut your water, just like the gas main. It runs in line with the water. To shut it off, you would turn it, and now it's bisecting it. So now this means that it's shut. But there's another valve that you should also know that brings the feeder main into your house, and I'll show you that one too.
So is this normally found in the front of my house? Is that where I would usually find it?
Either the front or the sides if you have it, but some houses don't have this.
Okay.
But it's a good idea to have because it's the quick shut off. So Dennis, this is the exterior valve that you could shut the water coming into your house from the main water feeder line.
Okay.
And you'll see it says water. It's usually right before the curb on the exterior to your house, most often on the front of it. Okay, so you need to take this cover off. And what you're looking for is this valve right here. Right now it's open. just like the other valve in the gas valve, it's in line with the pipe. To shut it off, you could have a tool. This is one that you can use, fit it in here and turn it. But I recommend this. These valves are hard to manipulate. This is a water valve, bigger, goes right inside here just like that. But because it extends further out, you have more force to be able to open it, because some of these valves haven't been opened in a long time. It might take some effort.
This is the electrical panel in my house. We're in the garage right now. Why would I need to know where this is and what to do with it?
It's a good question. So most of these panels are inside the garage. Sometimes they're exterior to your house. Some important reasons why you would need to do if you're doing some kind of work in your home. You might want to shut off a particular room or area of your home. But say you have a flooding or you have a roof leak and there's water that compromised into the components, particularly electrical components in your home. You wouldn't want some arcing situation to start a fire. So it's a good idea to know where your electrical panel is and what you would need to do to shut it off. Your panel here, as you have it listed here, this is what we recommend. So you have the areas in particular to your home. If you needed to shut off a particular room or area of your house, it's always a good idea to have these marked. Really important. And if you don't, it's pretty simple. It's just you and your wife or your kids, with your cell phones, just, hey, I'm shutting this off. Which room does not have electrical power? And then you just mark it and start denoting it. You did a good job by doing that. Things that you want to consider before you approach, that you look that there's no water or any other potentially dangerous situation. You don't want to mess with water and electricity. So you want to do what I call situational awareness. You want to make sure that it's safe to approach. We're going to determine that that's the case. You're going to identify, these are all your switches. Some of these might be different. They may look more and they may be more numerous. In this particular prop, what we're going to want to do is do a switch at a time. You don't want to hit them all at once. You don't want to do multiple switches. You want to do one switch at a time. What I like to do is start in one column, off, 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 off. Then I'm going to hit my main. Sometimes you'll have electrical panels that have a lever. So this is just one example. What you want to do is make sure you don't hit them all at the same time. And the last one you want to shut off is your main. And the way you could identify it in this one is on the top. Some of them may be identified. What you want to really remember is that you're going to do one at a time. You don't want to do multiple ones. And you're going to want to make sure that you have a sequence so that you don't do one here and you jump up to this one and you might forget to hit some.